Hello, we're back to continue this tutorial for Natural Selection 2. Already covered the marine side, we're now going to cover the alien side. So let's jump right in. The aliens are by far more interesting, and probably more fun to play, in my opinion. So we'll start with the alien classes. You get 5 alien classes, I believe, which you can see here. Skulk, Gorge, Lurk, Fade, Onus. I'm going to need to explain what these are. So Skulk is the one you start out with, which is the one that I am. They're quick, they can climb walls, they start off with 2 attacks, a bite and a little spin. They spit like a little spine to mark enemy marines. They've got an upgraded Xenocide attack, which they explode. I don't really see many people use that though. The Gorge is a support. They get Bile Bomb, which is great for destroying buildings and exosuits. They can also... yeah, I might as well evolve. In order to change, it costs resources. My personal resources. So I got 68. So I can become a Gorge quite easily. So that'll just evolve. And there we go. I'm now a Gorge. So I got this little spitting attack. I got the Bile Bomb here. Do that, splat. Bile covers everything, gets destroyed. And I've also got a heal as well, with right click. Right click is my heal. These are a support class. Their other use is to plant these. So we've got Hydras and Clogs. Clogs, you plonk them down and they can be used for cover or to prevent marine movement. They can be destroyed though, quite easily. They don't have that much health. Or I can destroy them myself, like so. Oh, there we go. So, if I clog this up, there we go, it's going to be very difficult for any marines to get over here. Next is Hydras. Hydras will actually attack enemies that come within range. They're ranged as well, so they're pretty useful. I can spit on these to help them grow faster. Like so. There we go. Now they will shoot at anyone coming past. Okay, next is Lurk, which is right now my favourite. I've been playing Lurk a lot. I so much enjoy Lurk. The Lurk can fly and glide. This uses energy, which you can see on the right, which is here. This is your energy. They start off with a bite and shooting spines. Spines are quite fast, but they don't do a lot of damage. But it's probably more than enough to weaken and kill marines. The second attack is spores. So I just do this, and you can see all these little spores here, which will do gradual damage over time to any marines in it. And finally they get Umbra. This is a defensive one. Any friendly aliens standing in this will get their damage blocked. It's up to 2 attacks, I think. 2 bullets gets blocked. Next we got Lurk. I don't have fucking resources for this. Oh. Oh wait, I know, yeah. Okay, well next we got Lurk. Next we got the Fade. The Fade is a beast in the right hands. So I've got this attack. They start off with the 1 attack. Oh shit. Ignore that for a second. They get the 1 attack. As well as that, they can have a short range sprint with shift. So I just do that to get out of the way. I use it to get in, attack, kill someone, use it to get out. Secondly, they got Blink, which is right click. Like this. Blinks are very much the assassins of the aliens. So I just blink in, kill someone, blink out, and I'm safe. You can pretty much tell why this is such a deadly class in the right hands. They also get a secondary attack, which is Vortex, which will stop anything from moving or attacking for a while. I have not really seen anyone use this either, but I imagine this would be really good against Exos when they're attacking. You just use that on it. Buys you a few seconds to kill anything that's supporting it, and then once it's out, you destroy it. Oh. So yeah, that's Fade. If I just rejoin, I should get my resources back. Bollocks, I don't. Oh, damn. Shit. Oh, well, while I wait for the resources furnace, these are the upgrades that you get. You get 3 different types, 2 for each, so 6 in total. Adrenaline, Clarity, Silence, Camouflage, Carapace, Regeneration. These need to be researched, and you can only have 1 type per hive. This is the hive here. This is a shade hive, so we would get Silence and Camouflage with that. So if I get Adrenaline or Celerity, Adrenaline doubles energy pool, which is this here, so I can do more. Celerity increases movement speed, flat out passive. Silence, I make no noise when moving or attacking. Camouflage, I stand still and I become cloaked. That's completely cloaked, impossible to see. There are ways to counter that though. Scans and observatories will disable that. You need to get out of their range. Carapace increases armor, which is this orange bit here. I've got 10 armor, 70 HP. And finally Regeneration, which in my opinion is pretty useless. Carapace, because there are ways to get regeneration on this without taking this regeneration, which leaves Carapace getting extra armor, so you'll die less often. So I select whichever one I want. So that one, these are free to upgrade. So take those 3, evolve. And there we go, now I've got them. Okay, the sculpt gets a secondary, another use that can be upgraded. You can see I'm cloaked here. I'm using F to change the vision as well, which is sort of like a heat vision, which makes things a lot easier to see in the dark and just in general. When the commander researches leap, you can leap with a sculk, like such. It uses stamina, but it's a lot faster, and you can cover a lot more ground with leap. So that's skulk. Still got a little bit of time. Well, this is camouflage anyway. So I'm completely invisible. You move at a slower rate, and any action that you take will disable the camouflage. So jumping disables it, attacking disables it, running will stop it from working. There's a neat little trick with this. If you shift and walk, you camouflage while you're still moving. Shift just allows you to make no noise. You can hear my little feet tapping. There's an observatory here, so camouflage won't work, as I'm within range of it. Once I get out of range, maybe around here. No, prefer. There we go. I'm out of range. And as I get close, camouflage broken. Almost got enough furnace. I'm going to show the last one. It's taking a really long time. These are eggs, which is right here. These are where aliens will spawn from. Eggs are automatically generated from the hive within the area around it. The alien equivalent of the extractor, the harvester, generates resources. the job of the aliens, that isn't the commander, is simply to attack. They don't need to build anything. All they've got to do is go in, get kills, stop the Marines from claiming bases and advancing. That's all the aliens have to do. Defend, obviously, if they're being attacked. So, I'll just use this. That's the inner side. I explode and do damage. Going to respawn, there we go, respawned. Yeah, I've got enough onus now. Onus is the tank of the aliens. Like the exosuit. They've got a lot of HP. They do quite a bit of damage. It's 200 flat damage. Oh yeah, since the aliens have melee attacks, they get a sort of accuracy with their damage. If that makes any sense. I'll show you once we get to the base. On the way, they've got a basic default attack, as such. They get a secondary attack, which is Stomp, with right click. This will knock any Marines down, preventing them from doing anything for a while. There we go. So, direct hit does full damage. It's 200. Less than direct hit. What is it? Maybe it'll work on the map. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't work with onus. I'll show it on a skulk in a second. So yeah. The onus come in, destroy buildings, get kills, absorb damage. Yeah, that's the onus's job. And they also get a stampede kind of thing with shift. That uses up a lot of stamina. Let's quickly go back to Skulk. Okay. Right, so 75. Yeah, there we go. As you can see that I did 50 because I'm not hitting it directly, and even further 25. Those are preset, so it has to be direct hit to get the full damage. 25, 25, 25. 25, 25, 25, yeah. Direct hit, more damage. That's the only difference in their damage right now. Otherwise it's all exactly the same. Well, not exactly the same, sorry. Lurks do less damage. They do 60 with their bite on direct hit. Yeah. Okay, now to the good stuff. Commander. Alien Commander at first can be difficult because it's difficult to understand. Like they get cyst. What's this cyst? I don't know what that is. They get shell, crag, shift. What are these? I don't know what these are. Shade, spur, veil. You don't know what they do. Once you know what they do, it's pretty easy. Right, so cysts, which is this one here, generate infestation. Infestation is needed to build alien structures and advance in bases. I can't build any buildings that aren't on infestation. I can't build this worm. It has to be on infestation, like so. They build automatically, as we can see here. And the longer they are alive, the more HP they get. As we see here, 3% majority, 5, they're getting more and more HP and armor, the longer they're alive. So we use cysts to generate infestation. They have to be connected, represented by this orange circle here. If they're not connected, I can't plant one. I can't put it over here because it's too far away. So we'll expand up here. So we'll just link all these, going all the way up to this resource point here. Pop one next to it. Once the infestation covers it, we can plant a harvester, which will get us more resources. Like so. Once this is built, we'll get more resources. As long as... yeah, these don't need power, so once that's built, it's automatic. Next, whips. Whips are just defensive structures for the aliens. Built a couple of whips. They will attack enemy units. They got grenade whack. So any marine with a grenade launcher, the whip will launch the grenades back. They get bombard. They get this with the bile upgrade, I believe. They spit bile at enemies that aren't in range of a melee attack. Placement of whips is everything. Since they're melee and the marines have guns to shoot them from a distance. So you need to think about where you're placing them. Like just behind this pillar here would be good. So as they're running up, they can't see it, and then once they can see it, they're within range to be attacked. So, moving on to the hive. In order to get upgrades with a hive, you need to upgrade the hive. That sounded repetitive, but whatever. In order to do that, that hive is already upgraded. Annoyingly, it's already a shade hive. Right, so we build a hive up here. While that hive is building, I will show you a property of the cysts, which can be annoying. So we'll just pop that here. Get this once it's done. The hives take so long to build as well. This is faster because it's explore mode, but in a game they must take something like 10 minutes to build. You really do need a gorge to build them. They spit on them, which makes them build faster. You really do need that. So otherwise it just takes too long. Right, so that harvest is done. Now, if I quickly switch to marines.
My hive is complete.
Quickly switch to marines to show you what happens. And just grab a jetpack to get it quicker, and I'll grab this welder as well. So, yeah, marines get a flashlight as well with F. It's not powerful, but in areas with no power, you pretty much need it. Right. So you can destroy these cysts. If I destroy this cyst, like that, the infestation will slowly start to recede. Yeah, there it goes. You'll see it receding there. It looks like shadow, but it's not shadow. It's actually the infestation receding. So there we go. There's now no infestation in this area. In addition to that, any cysts that are now not connected to a hive will slowly die. This one here. It's unconnected, it's dying. And once that's gone, the infestation here will start to disappear, and this harvester will start to die because it needs to be on infestation. Like so. Yep, now that's dying, now that's disappearing. This will start to take damage and slowly die. On a side note, I find the welders are really good at getting rid of cysts. It destroys them pretty damn quickly. Gone. That's that destroyed. In addition, marines can't build structures on infestation. Yeah. So you need to get rid of the infestation before marines can build anywhere. Well, anywhere that has infestation anyway. So getting rid of the cysts in a base that you want to claim is very important. And yeah, because the alien commander has to build buildings where there's cysts within range, pushing the cysts back means that he can't reclaim here in ventilation. He can't rebuild this once it's dead because there's no cysts nearby. So alien commander has to keep an eye on what cysts are being destroyed and replace them. Right, well now we got this new hive. We get the choice of crag or shift, because this is already a shade. I'll explain shade first. With the shade hive you get these, a shade and a veil. The shade cloaks nearby units and structures, so these are now completely invisible to any marines. And in addition to that, they also hide cysts, and they hide the infestation created by those cysts. So if I plonk enough shades in this area, I can hide all the infestation, I can hide all the buildings, so when they run through they think that nothing's here. There we go. Right, after that you get the veil. You need the veil to provide camouflage and silence to the alien team. Once you have these, you need two, because it only provides one perk for each. Next, as you see here, if I click it, oh fuck's sake, stupid mouse, I can provide either silence or camo. So let's say this one gives camo, and this one gives silence. Once these are done, there we go. They can now give themselves the perks for camo and silence. So that's what the Shade Hive provides. Next we'll do a Shift Hive. So we'll get the Shift Hive. While that's being built, I need to expand to get a third one for that final crack hive. So build that. Right, now we've got the Shift Hive. The Shift Hive provides a shift and spur. The shift will provide energy to nearby aliens, and they can also generate eggs. But if I build a couple of cysts down here, where say the Marines are attacking very heavily from here, we need more reinforcements, I can plonk a shift down. Once this is built, I can use it to generate eggs, like here. Now there's 2 eggs here, and the aliens will spawn in these rather than having to run all the way down.
Our hive is complete.
Like so. Yeah. So now there's eggs here. Alright. Next is spur. It's the same thing. We need to get 2 to provide both the benefits, which are celerity and adrenaline. So 1 is celerity, 1 is adrenaline. There we go. Once these are done, there we go. Now the aliens can get these. And the final one is crag. Once you get crag, you can build crags, which provide health to nearby aliens and structures as well. You need to remember that it can also heal alien structures. So if this harvester is injured and there's no gorge around to heal it, you can put a crag there to heal it. And it would actually be a good idea, because if the Marines started here, they could come up here to take ventilation, since that's where they spawn. Crags here will heal any aliens trying to push them back, and heal the harvester if it gets damaged. And you can also plonk a shade down here as well to hide them. Like that. Yeah. Lastly, you get shell. Same thing, build the perks. You build 2, which provide carapace and regeneration. So 1 for carapace, 1 for regeneration. And they can now get those 2. These perk buildings need to be defended. I've seen a lot of games where one Marine will sneak round, get here, and just attack them with his axe and destroy them. Once they're destroyed, that means any new aliens can't get them anymore. If you've already got them, you'll get to keep them until you die. And then you lose them, and then you can't get them back. So, putting these in hard to reach spots, or in areas where they can't easily be accessible, is preferable. You can also hide them with a shade. There we go. Now they're cloaked. It'll be harder to see. Lastly, aliens get drifters, which are invisible, cloaked scouts, really. They can attack, but their attack is quite low. You're going to need a large number of them to actually do anything. So I can put him up here, say. Like that. Leave him here, he'll cloak. And now he'll give me vision of this area. So if they try to sneak around into Pipe Junction for a back attack into ventilation, the drifter will give me some early warning. Next are the life form evolutions, which are provided by hives. In order to get any upgrades of this kind, you need at least 2 hives. To get them all, you need 3 hives. So if I wanted to get leap, blink, bile, or spores, you need 2 hives. To get stomp, xenocide, umbra, you need the 3 hives. So, as I was explaining, you see bile bomb, blink, and stomp are the secondary attacks, or extra attacks for each alien type. You research these and then they can use them. So I'll get leap here, bile bomb here, and get blink here. So once these are all researched, these cost a lot as well. 30, 20. You need a lot of resource towers to make up for that, and they take quite a long time to research as well. Especially blink. Blink takes a really long time to research. And that's generally the first thing that people go for because it takes so long. And a fade with blink is deadly. Oops. So yeah. Now I get access to vortex, xenocide, spores. So let's get spores and stomp, since those are the last for them. No, not the last, sorry. There's Umbra after that, isn't there? Well, anyway, you research them, it gives them the alternate attacks. Support tab, the assist tab. You get the markers. So I'm going to build a hive up in Atrium. I just want to let them know that. There we go. They can now see. They'll see that I'm expanding there. Nutrient Mist provides nutrients. Yeah. Speed, structure, mutation, maturation, and play evolution. So I plonk out there. Anyone in egg form there will speed up quicker. There's a threat coming from here. They'll see that there's a threat here. They'll come down here. This hive is damaged, it needs healing. Notify Gorge that he needs to come there. Lastly is Bone Wall. I use Bone Wall to create a wall of bones to block enemy movement. It's not got a lot of HP and it doesn't last long, but it's enough to slow them down so, I don't know, an Onus or something can escape. Lastly, just a general map ping. Something's happening in reactor core, pay attention to it. Something's happening down in ventilation, pay attention to it. Like so. That is generally all that needs to be done for aliens. After this, yeah, all that's really left to do for aliens now will be setting up forward bases, which are crags, shades, and shifts. So we want to start pushing down here, put some crags so they can heal, and put shade to defend it. Well, not shade, but to hide it. Shift there so they get energy back, and they just keep coming back here to heal, going back into attack, coming back to heal, going into attack, so forth. Otherwise, that's about it. Put a whip there as well, in case someone comes along to attack it. Oh yeah, speaking of which, let's check this whip here. Yeah, now I can get bombarded with this guy. Because I've got... Yeah, because I've got a thing you researched. Firebomb. Oh, that's annoying, it's only per whip. Which seems a bit unfair since the whips are not that deadly against Marines early game. Or late game for that matter. It's only when they're shaded that they become a threat. Because they're easy to kill, they're easy to avoid. Oh well. So that covers a basics tutorial for Natural Selection 2. I hope you found it useful. If there's anything I missed, let me know, I will include it. I may do an advanced tips, I may not. There's already tutorials for this game, it just doesn't explain very much. The community tutorials that are included with this as well are generally cover everything that you need to know. But the commando tutorials is lacking, basically. If you watch them, you'll see why. So, we'll call it a day here. This is MacPotty. I'll see you again soon. Happy gaming.